my God, there is so much, just so much to, oh God, I feel like I'm about to write, I feel like, hold on, let me tell you how I feel. I feel like I am about to write, in a diary that once belonged to Moesha. That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
Love in the morning, it's morning, it's me. Now realizing my responsibility, it's me. My best friend's always on my mind. Wanna be there tonight. I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta move.
Bootz Nation. Okay, so you guys, we gotta talk all about the spirituality and the physical events that have led me unto the belief that somebody playing with me. But last night,
boy, we had a time last night. Boy, we had a time last night.
okay, so yesterday we have conference calls for all the new celebrities who are on retainer, and I was able to make some new celebrities meet each other, which was pretty cool. Yeah, all this goes on behind the scenes because of the NDAs they do sign, and I was talking about how the retinence program works. This is a program where you retain me for the year. You can call me whenever you want to within reason, and I will adhere to you. I have 83 celebrities on that type of retainer right now, so I'm excited to service all of you. Thank you for coming to see me. Yeah, that means a lot. So, shortly after that, I mean, in dealing with celebrities, in dealing with celebrities, you deal with repetitive rounds of applause, but dealing with celebrities, their energy is a bit heightened because they carry the energy of the people that support them. So it takes a little bit more out of me when I do like group digital seminars like that. And it's stuff that I've done on the low that I haven't really exposed to people, but it's how I keep my, celebrities comforted, and it's how I remain available, and everybody's on the same motherfucking goddamn page at the beginning of the year, so you don't try me towards the end of the year.
Wait a damn minute.
Okay, so it was just the way that I bring everybody together as a conglomerate. Well, after that, I was so drained. I mean, I felt like Marlo Hampton, and everything drained her that Monday. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, and it's saying that. Who said that? Who said that?
And I was drained. So what I do is I decided to pop me 2 ZQL pills and take a shot of NyQuil. I felt a little cold coming on. And everybody knows that I'm not drinking in the year 2023. Not at all. I have to make do with what I can make do with, but I'm not gonna say that there's not no wine cooler in there on ice right now.
How you doing?
Cause so one thing led to another, and what came across my phone is mother and accident. Yeah. Okay. So I'll be perfectly honest with you. I was like in that half sleep, half woke phase to where I thought I could have been potentially dreaming, but I didn't. So I grabbed my loins. I put on a leather jacket and some sweatpants and the most tacky shoes that I have ever owned. I didn't even know I owned them. Like that. And so the lady who answered the phone, like I kept calling my mother's phone, and I guess it was in her pocket. Her name was ironically motherfucking goddamn gay Karen, honey. So Karen is on the phone. I could tell she was of the utmost caucasity. I thought it was the goddamn paramedic, but it was actually a firefighter who actually got her from where she was at. And they were tending to her, and I stayed on the phone with her and recorded the entire conversation because, you got to have stuff for the insurance purposes. How you doing? I don't know about you.
How you doing?
But when something go down with your mother, your father, you physically, you hit that record button. They said, so I recorded that whole entire conversation. Anyways, one thing led to another. I got with her in the damn ambulance, and my mother is not worried.
Woo, that'll do it.
She's not bothered. Roger. She's
You don't have to
flirting
worry
with the
about me. You do
paramedics.
not have to worry about me.
Girl, she's flirting with the damn paramedic. She's on the way to the damn emergency room. So I'm in my car. I gas up my whip, and I am booking. I'm talking about going like 95, 100 miles an hour. I passed the sheriff's office, but I feel like I went so goddamn fast, he couldn't even fathom whether somebody was going fast or he saw a lightning bolt. Jesus. Okay, because I was gone. Okay, gone. Okay. I was gone. Okay, motherfucking gone. I get to the dang on the emergency room, and you know the thing with me is that if you got something going on, like, I try not to treat you no different. So I went in there and I said, what the fuck did you do? What the fuck did you do to yourself, girl? X, Y, and Z. And I'll go ahead and tell you guys what happened, just so that you guys know. She took a bad fall. She hit her head and she landed on her face. And it broke my heart to see her like that. I'm not gonna lie, but I felt better because she was coherent and she was talking, and she, you know, she kept her wits about herself. She still had her personality and stuff like that. My biggest fear when I got there was that she had a concussion or her brain was bleeding, or something of this nature. So I pull up there, and we immediately, like, she's like a VIP of the motherfucking hospital. Like I told y'all, she likes to go to the damn emergency room. That's where she gets her men in. Okay, she did the same thing in Myrtle Beach. Yeah. She did the same thing in motherfucking goddamn Gay Murder Beach. I mean, she likes to go to the doctor. And I mean, with all that money I'm paying for that insurance, it's good news every time you have to go.
Hey, you heard about the good news? Y'all sleeping on me, huh? Had a good snooze.
Okay. But she took a fall and she was still coherent during the fall. And when she fell, it was a car pulling into the parking spot where she fell at. But praise God that they saw her fall, and praise God that you can't even get no more direct than this. They were firefighters that were pulling next to her. So that's nothing but the grace of God. That's God. That's God. She's protected. My girl is protected. So there were firefighters that were there, like, that was pulling into next to the parking space that she was in. They advised that she don't move till the paramedics get here. She busted up her knee too, and I just paid for them knees, but that's not the point. I'm just glad she was okay. I get to the hospital. We get seen expeditiously, and then we're in the waiting room for what seems to be about a good 2-3 hours. Now, mind you, I told y'all before I got there, I took 2 Z-Quil gummies and a damn shot of NyQuil. Okay, so you already know I am in and out of consciousness. I don't know what I don't know. I wish I could tell you, bitch. I was gone. Okay, I wasn't there. So everything's going on. I'm just like, yeah, you know. And then my mother kept touching her face, and I was just like, stop touching. Who was this calling me? Hold on. No. I wonder why this call keeps coming in like this. Hold on one second. That must be Jesus calling, telling what you want. Hold on one second. Yeah, boom. Okay, cool. Now, so one thing led to another, and my mother, like, she looks busted up, but she doesn't really feel busted up. I guess it was the adrenaline or whatever kicked in with her. She was okay. She was coherent. She was talking. I found that she was repeating herself a lot, which made me think that she might have endured some type of mental thing going on. So you know what I did? I brought a little bit of witchcraft with me to the motherfucking goddamn gay hospital. Okay, this little bag here is my little witchcraft bag on the low, and I sure enough did sit up in that lobby and casted a spell on her behalf. It was towards about 6 hours. Now, mind you, I went to sleep, child. Her car was still left at the post office, so I ended up having to lift to the post office, get her car, bring her car back to the hospital, then figure it out from there because I wasn't sure if she was going to be able to drive or not. And again, this whole time she's talking. This whole time she's coherent. She asked for some Wendy's, and I was like, don't you want some breakfast?
Oh, the breakfast.
Right. So the one thing led to another. Like, we to go get some Wendy's. We are breaking bread in there. There's a candle burning in the middle of this table that I had officiated for our belief system and our purposes. And you know, we live in America. We got freedom of religion. Can't nobody tell me I can't do what I was doing in there. So I did. Okay. Now, mind you, I told you I was knocked out, right? So after I ate that food, I went to sleep. I was asleep on the damn thing. My mother then asked me, "Are you gonna stay here the whole time?" I was like, "Where else the fuck I got to be?" Then she turns into motherfucking Casper to go. Then she turns into motherfucking Casper the Ghost. I peeped my eye open for a minute and snagged that picture, and then I was going back to sleep. Okay, so I don't really see angels that much. Okay. Just like I don't really see hierarchy demons that much. Now, the world is polluted with minor demons that always make their presence known, and they're more prevalent than ghosts in this reality, as my mother is dressed as right now. Okay. But I was going back to sleep in my in-sleep, half-sleep state. I keep hearing the beeping go off in the background that became a slight bit meditative for me. And I had already casted ritual in the middle of the damn hospital table thing. So it was only natural that I was going to see something. Out of the corner of my eye, you guys know if you guys can see shadows or anything like that, it always appears in the peripheral of your vision. Well, in my peripheral, I see it directly, an albino man with blonde hair like Rico Suave looking at a newspaper or some type of magazine. He was dressed in all black, and he has on the new Louis Vuitton season 2023 spring collection shoe. Okay, and I know that shoe because I just got done looking at that shoe before all this hubbub took place. I looked at him and I said, "Is it time?" And he said, "Oh no, you got a long time to go." Because I didn't know if I was dealing with a Reaper spirit. A Reaper spirit, they come to take you to the other side. They're like your taxi cab drivers from this reality to the next. And he said, he looked at me with the most piercing blue eyes. And he said, "Oh no, it's not time yet. I'm just here." I said, "Why you here?" He said, "I'm always here with her." And then I'm in sleep state. We wake up to the doctor calling us back to get the diagnosis or the results of her testing and things of this nature. It was an angelic encounter. Okay. And you might ask why I don't see angels that much. Why aren't they as active as they were in the Old Testament? They're not here as much as they have been. We do have angels and demons that govern our reality as well as our ancestors serving as a conduit to do so. But I don't directly channel Satan the same way I wouldn't directly channel Jesus Christ. I feel like I'm an earthbound spirit that deals with the astral realm, the ethereal realm, the Shinsum realm, which is equal and adjacent to the astral realm, except for it's underneath. And that's as low as I go. You know what I'm saying? I don't be going all up and all down. And I've had very rare occasions where I've seen angels. This is probably my second time. And I do remember when I got out of rehab, I had got access to certain upper realms that I wasn't conscious of before. You guys remember this? I was at the old house. I know you guys remember because y'all been with me for 6-7 years. So in this encounter, I felt warmed. I felt comforted. I felt good. And he was fine as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you. If he wasn't an angel, I would have been sucking his dick.
I love sucking dick, bitch. You thought posting a video of me sucking some dick, bitch, and my OnlyFans link is up. I'm gonna suck another one.
I'm sorry, but that angel was fine. And he just gave me like this attractive energy that I'm like, oh my God, like maybe, you know, I'm used to demons when it comes to niggas. Maybe I need to deliver myself and get me an angel or us. Okay?
I'm not gay no more.
No shade.
I am delivered.
No shade.
I don't like men no more.
That was
I
fine.
don't like women.
Okay. And his hair was like Rico Suave. It was like swoop the doop. And I was like, oh my God, yes. Sorry about that. Okay, so next thing you know, we get called to the back. And again, my mother, the aesthetic of her. I mean, and me, because she's talking, I'm just talking to her like normal. But she took a fall. So the doctor comes and she looks at the doctor and says, "You the doctor?" And I was like, "Mama, you can't be talking to people like that." It was a girl doctor, so she was a slight bit disappointed. I could tell. She was a slight bit disappointed, but I was not. I was just happy that she was okay. And they cleared her to drive, so she got in her car. I tried to tell her, but bitch, I was about to run out of gas. I pulled up to the gas station. I called on the phone. Come to the gas station. I got to pull up. She said, I'm going home. So she left me. And the next phone call I got, she was in the bed and she's recovering very, very well. So that is what happened last night. And baby, when I tell you, that is not my type of time, but we had a time.
Boy, we had a time last night.
Yes, we did.
Boy, we had a time last night.
Honey, and I swear that angel, he about to have me take up another language. I'm about to take up angelic tongues. Just so that we can communicate, like I said.
I said what I said.
You know what I'm saying? Because that motherfucking angel was fine. So I come back home today, and I actually left the garage unlocked, my garage door unlocked, which was the wrong thing to do. I woke up and Cerberus was gone. Cerberus was motherfucking gone. Cerberus was gone. I didn't know where the baby was, so I come up here and I grabbed the bones and I said, locate my baby. And it's so funny because one of my bones here is shaped like a uppercase L. Well, he ended up being at Linda's house up the damn street going for the breakfast. He was just going to breakfast.
Oh, the breakfast.
Yeah.
The breakfast.
He was going to breakfast.
The breakfast. But
I will tell you, in that brief moment of abandonment that I felt, it was almost like I was being faced with the potential, injury of my mother. And again, when stuff like this happens, I go into autopilot, but there is a subconscious fear of, her dying. I've always had it. Ever since I've been adopted, I'm like, okay, and I've had dreams about it. I know how it's going to go down. She wants to be cremated, and I know where I'm going to, sprinkle her. She has very specific demands towards her death. We've had that grown-up talk. This is where my will is. This is what happens when I die. All of that has been conversed, and I think I've been handling it very maturely, and I think in moments of crisis, I served as a rock. One of the biggest things that she said that is about to make me cry, she said, I didn't want to disturb you. Oh, my God, I'm about to cry. She said, I didn't want to disturb you because I know you're so busy helping other people. And I honestly didn't expect you to stay with me the entire 8 hours I was in the emergency room. And I said, girl, where else would I be? I go live all the time. I'm always servicing the client and stuff like that. And I never wanted to give off the impression that I am too busy for her. But subsequently, in the success of my business, I have been too busy for some sentimental moments. I have not spent as much time as I should be spending with her. I'll be honest in saying that, and I'll definitely say this too, that during my New Year's resolution spell, I asked God, give me more time to spend with her. She's 76 years old. I'm 32. She adopted me when she was 43. Fully when she was 50. So for me, where else would I be? And for you to even have to question that, let me know that my desires of spending more time with you are necessary. And, it even makes me think that maybe you were stirring conflict with me to get my attention so that you can have attention or time spent with your son. I never wanted to give the impression that I was too busy for you, sis. I'm never too busy for you, Mom. You saved my life. And if I get a call or a text message that says accident or come right now, I don't give a fuck if I'm in motherfucking Zimbabwe. I will be on the first flight to you. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to be in Zimbabwe with me, bitch. We're going to accomplish this shit together. I'm single. I don't got no man. I have a mom, bro. I have a mom. And my dad, they went through their separation or whatever, and my dad came later. I was adopted just by her, and I chose Team Mom in the divorce. Of course, that's what a son's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? If you are a woman who's going through a divorce, your son should choose your side. That's just my opinion. Protect women at all costs. And I am a feminist. I'm a feminist to the heart of me. But I heard from my dad, but my mom is my rock, and that rock will start to go with me when I go, if she wants to go. But she's like me. We enjoy our independence. She raised me to be the lender, never the borrower. She's raised me to be very independent, not depend on anyone, but cherish the relationships that we do have. She's just like that. She don't want no leash on her. I'm never going to put her in no home. She will always be in her home if that's what she chooses to do. Okay? If you want a boyfriend, I will hire a man for you. And I've already thought about it. No shade. But right now, she's dating a Caucasian doctor who I don't know how good it's going because she just went back to the emergency room looking for another man. But all in all, if I could give myself any words of advice as I am growing in success, you know, I don't live in regrets. If it wasn't for my grinding years, you know, I wouldn't have it. You know, I wouldn't have a system that works for me right now, you know? So I don't have any regrets. But what I am grateful, they're not always going to be here. So don't take advantage of your loved ones today. That's kind of what I got from that. And anybody want a motherfucking dog, because Cerberus got one more time to run away from this motherfucking house, and I'm going to get his ass away. And it's no motherfucking shade.
Wait a damn minute. Ooh, gotta do it. You don't have to worry about me. You do not have to worry about me.
He was up there having fucking breakfast with Linda.
Oh, the breakfast, 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 the breakfast.
He got one more time. One more. I promise you, Maya's watching this video. Maya, you're going to be taking care of a dog. Okay, you're going to take him with you. He got one more time. He can't keep fucking with my abandonment issues like this. Okay, maybe this was his way of trying to get me to work out because walking to Linda's house and back to my house, oh, bitch, I needed a chicken salad.
Y'all better come up here and get one of these.
What's that?
It's a chicken salad.
Okay, but I ordered Mediterranean today, and it was so good. But there is nothing like Zane Cow chicken in LA. I need that. I need that right about now, and I plan on being in LA next week. Yeah, I gotta pull up next week to handle some business, okay? Because that's what a motherfucking boss do. Where's my sound effect?
If you want to know what a motherfucking boss is like, bitch, you looking at one.